Hi, this is Diane Greco-Allen, and I am a food relationship coach. And you probably know I have other videos out there that can help sort of disseminate some of all the myths about, you know, nutrition and what's going on in medicine and where you are with all of this and where we need to be. You might notice that my hair is a little different today, and that's because I'm going to be talking about hair products. And I just saw that one of my very trusted doctors that I follow, Dr. Aviva Ram, had something up on her Instagram page about hair products in relation to, it says, all women who use these are at risk. Black women, likely because of more frequent use, were found to be at risk. And they were hair straighteners, because the black hair usually is a little bit crimpy. And even some people that, if you're not black, some people who have really curly hair sometimes use straighteners in their hair or some kind of product in their hair. So today I was just going to go over, I say, what did you feed your head with? Because I was, a lot of the products that are used, and I have some product in my hair today, is cornstarch. And so you're not just eating some of the foods, you're putting them on your body. And there are many different types of things that are in these products. And I don't want to go into the names of the product, but in this product, it's cornstarch and alcohol, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. In this other product, actually, there's flaxseed oil in here and flaxseed. So, there's different things that we've been using topically that actually can be food for our bodies, and knowing what we're using, when we're using it, and how much we're using. So I can understand the black community using a lot of those straighteners for their hair. I lived with a girl over at the University of Pittsburgh. I loved her. Her name was Teeny. But what I remembered most about her wasn't her hair product. It was that she ironed her pants and had a crease in her jeans. And I'd never seen that before. I'm like, why would you want to iron your jeans? Okay, but the other thing that I loved about her is that she kept a jar of cookies next to her while she was studying. And she didn't study as much as I did. I mean, I was a study-o-matic. I studied all the time. I was either in the library. This girl, she sort of like was with her friends. She was very social. And but when she was out of that room, Teeny, you'll have to forgive me, I was testing your cookies. And when I was there alone on the weekends, when she'd go back to Philadelphia, or where, I can't remember if she was from Philadelphia or Scranton, but when she would leave, I would taste those cookies. So, do you eat other people's foods? Yeah. Do we put food on our bodies? Yes. Do we put harmful substances on our bodies? Yes, we do. And so you should be more aware of what you're putting on your body, what kind of soaps you're using, what detergents you're using, what you're using to wash your dishes with, and what your cleaning products are in your house, what you're breathing in, what's being misted throughout your house, what candles are being lit. All of these things come into our body. So my daughter is allergic to soy, and there's so many soy candles out there now. We have to be super careful because she can be allergic to the dog food. She could be allergic to the soy. And I believe, and this is my personal opinion, and there has been some evidence that this is true, is that some of the responses from my body as a mom, with all the peanuts that I ate a lot of peanuts, but I also had a very high carbohydrate diet as an Italian. I mean, meats and cheeses and a lot of the starches that came from all of our pastas and our pizzas, and we had homemade pizza. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so they're saying, oh, it was that homemade stuff and we use natural homemade stuff. Yeah, it's still a starch and it's still a flour. And yes, it's semolina. Maybe it's better. I just want to say whole foods are much better. And because we have built up all of these responses in our body, the tolerance level of these flours and of all this stuff and the corn starches and all the corn was like put into everything. Soy was put into everything. So our bodies have built these tolerances to these types of products. And so it might be that you may never be able to eat soy again, or that you may be able to introduce it in increments that your body doesn't respond to. So for me, I do not eat processed foods, and I don't, and I try to avoid dairy, but I can tell you there's dairy in chocolate, and there are days where I make sure I take my enzymes and eat some chocolate. So, you know, we have to be aware of what we're putting on our body, in our hair, and know, you know, how that's affecting our health. So that they're connecting this to ovarian cancer, according to on this the straightenings to ovarian cancer. Well, my mother had ovarian cancer, and I can tell you that she didn't use hair straighteners. Okay, she ate a lot. She was addicted to sugar, cookies. She loved baking, and she was addicted to bread. There's just that. So those carbohydrates that can cause major problems, yeast buildup in the gut, in the whole body. They just perpetuate, and they are something I would say they convey to all these, they feed. Those bad foods feed the cancers. And these cancers can be caused from viruses, mostly, bacteria, parasites, and fungus infections. But there may be even more to the cancer picture, because my opinion and my thoughts are that cancer grows out of starvation. And then when some of these imbalances occur, maybe it's growing in a different direction, but mostly I believe it's from infectious diseases. And not infectious in the way that just being transmitted from one person to another. I believe that our bodies, we might come in contact with somebody who's got that, some new germ. It's a new germ to you. And so that new germ is either going to be heralded or maintained by your immune system, or if you're stressed and your body is in a place of malnutrition and your immune system is not functional, then these can grow out of control and take over. And that's mostly what occurs. So some of this can be related to sexual intercourse and sperm and whatever the other partner is carrying. So these things we do know. So then we're looking at food hygiene, personal hygiene, and just knowing what our boundaries are with self-care and time management, because most people don't take care of themselves in a timely fashion. Meditation, movement, the whole thing with the 5 points of awareness and the 5 W's. There actually are more than 5 W's, but I have 5 W's. You can double. You can make up your own 5 W's, and the boundaries that come around that. One is with boundaries, and the other one is with portion size for our plate. Boundaries with food, time management, our routines, and remembering that if you're feeding your head, you're feeding your body. And if you're putting products on your body, they're being absorbed. So we don't only eat our food, sometimes we're putting it on our body. And that's why cucumbers can be good for your eyes. So, and they can help with hydration, but they're best to be used when you eat them. Diane Greco-Allen, food relationship coach. This is all about hair products, and Dr. Aviva Ram's newest, this is actually a published article that was in, I'll find the article and I'll post it below, but I think it was in one of the journals about cancer. 34,000 U.S. women ages 35 to 74. There was a strong association between chemical hair straightener use and uterine cancer. That's uterine. So I said ovarian, we're going to be careful about that, uterine, because maybe, I don't know if they're using those hair products in a different place down below. So thank you very much for listening. And if you have any comments, I'd love to hear them below. What products you're using that are safer, and what you found related to your hair products and coloring your hair. Very tricky. And I want you to, just in the back of your mind, this is actually in memory of Terri Shiavo, because she colored her hair several times before she went into those issues that she was dealing with. And she was an Italian Catholic, Italian Greco-Allen. Have a great day.